Hello students, I am Pushkar, Master Teacher in Chemistry at Vedantu, and I am discussing JEE Advanced 2021 question paper. Here is a question which is based on colloidal solutions. Pick out the correct statements. The process of precipitating colloidal sol by an electrolyte is called peptization. It's an incorrect statement because this process is known as coagulation. Precipitation of colloidal sol by electrolyte is called coagulation. Peptization is just opposite of this process in which we take a precipitate and peptize it and take it into the colloidal solution. So it is peptization is opposite of coagulation. So of course the option A is the wrong option. Similarly, colloidal solutions freezes at higher temperature than the true solution at the same concentration. This statement is a correct statement because when if compare a true solution with a colloidal solution, so in a true solution, number of particles are more. But in a colloidal solutions, these particles will start making aggregates of particles. So the result will be what? The number of particles become less, and which means what? Delta TF will become less. So if this is delta TF and if this is delta TF dash, so which means delta TF dash is less than delta TF, and which means if if this is the delta TF, this will be the delta TF dash. So naturally, this is the scale in which suppose this is 100 degrees centigrade, suppose this is 97 degrees centigrade, and suppose this is 98 degrees centigrade. So we can say that delta TF dash is less than delta TF. So we can say colloidal solution freezes at higher temperature than the true solution. Okay. So if delta TF is less, of course the freezing point is more because the freezing point is inversely proportional to delta TF. Okay. Now, surfactants from micelle above critical micellar concentration CMC depends on temperature. Now, this is a tricky question because you can answer it quickly because you know there is a temperature which is known as Kraft temperature above which only micelle formation take place. Only above Kraft temperature, not below Kraft temperature. So that means micelle formation must be dependent on temperature. But whether this question is talking about the dependence of surfactants above critical micellar concentration or what is the effect of temperature on the critical micellar concentration, that is beyond the scope of your syllabus. So I think that by your imagination, by your guess, you can pick it up as to be temperature dependence. But in fact, if you want to know what is the correct temperature dependence, so situation is like this, and this is because the delta S of micellization is positive. Amazing. And delta H of micellization is also positive. So delta S is positive. That means if you increase the temperature, then this process is more favorable. So that is why above Kraft temperature only this micelle formation take place. And as we keep on increasing the temperature, the CMC slightly changes, that becomes more and more if you increase the temperature. That means more concentration of uh, you know uh, surfactant is needed to form CMC when we increase the temperature. But this dependence is not very strong dependence, and this is very gradually varying curve. So this is the kind of curve which is showing you how CMC changes with temperature. So I don't think that this is the point of view of asking this question. Probably they just want to know that whether you know or not that micelle formation only take place above certain temperature. It has some relationship with the temperature. So surfactants form micelles above critical micellar concentration, and CMC depends on temperature. Of course, it depends on temperature because below certain temperature it could not be formed. So this option is also correct. Option D is micelles are macromolecular colloids is false because some proteins or some polymers form macromolecular colloids. In fact, micelles are associated colloids. So this statement D is of course wrong because micelles are basically associated colloids. So we can say the correct answers are B and C. B and C are the correct option and A and D are the incorrect options. So stay tuned for in-depth analysis of many more questions. Thanks for watching.